Okay, so now we're going to talk about the administration portal at Learning Book. This is where you carry out all your administration tasks, such as creating and editing the child details, viewing the observations, looking at the online learning journals, as well as running the tracking and reporting features. You access the administration portal by logging on with your administrator username and password. The first screen you see is the dashboard. This gives you a really good overview of what's going on in your setting, both from children, observations, assessments and parents. This is the sort of place where you can see things like how many observations you've made and also view all the parents' comments. Other tabs across the top are where you carry out child editing details, staff entry and viewing observations. You can also see the at-home observations that parents have uploaded. Perhaps one of the most powerful features of Learning Book is the auto-assessments. These are assessments that are run based on the observations that you have already recorded. This saves you lots of time and is really simple to use. The system calculates the child's attainment level as well as refinement through the phases. You can see that when it comes to doing assessments, if I make sure that the accuracy of my observations on the tablet are correct, then you can see that further down the line the auto-assessments will be accurate, so you have to do even less work there. But having said that, you can still override everything. If you do use your professional judgment to override the assessment, then it's that wins. So that's the one that is then used as the final assessment for all the reports. Now, a really nice feature to help you make those sorts of decisions is this statements tab here. And if I click on that, then I get a list of all the statements under each of the phases. And here you can see not only which statements have been met, but how many times have been met and those that haven't been met. So you know precisely what information the child, or what status or stage the child is at in terms of making the assessment really accurate. Learning Book also comes with a comprehensive set of reports. This allows you to see and run reports based on the evidence that you've already recorded and the assessments that you've made. Now, the reports in Learning Book are based on either individuals or groups. So I can run a report based on a group of children, so that could be the all group, which is every child, but also it could be, for example, girls, boys, birth terms. So you can see in this one simple report you get a really powerful overview, both from a management point of view to see how well you're doing, but also staff can use this to see, perhaps where they need more training or more resources are needed in a certain area. But it helps you form the basis of a discussion with your staff members.
What do Ofsted say about this, James? What's their feedback?
Yeah, Ofsted's feedback's very complimentary on this, primarily because they see settings that are adopting the digital technology to use learning journeys is a positive thing. It shows how much you embrace and put the importance on that. But it also allows moderation to be standardised. This is almost like the best practices from hundreds of schools and nurseries all fed into the system. And it forces a kind of discipline that is important. Arguably more important is that engagement with parents, that because it's now enabling and opening up the child's learning to the parents, then it's building stronger partnerships with parents and improving that engagement. Ofsted really focusing on that. And indeed, we've got lots and lots of examples of schools and nurseries going from a good grading to an outstanding grading. I'm not saying because they use Learning Book, but it certainly helps in doing that.
So what happens if there are changes to the curriculum or changes to the software on Learning Book?
Well, we're continuously upgrading Learning Book, both with all the new features that come into it that add, improve the speed and the efficiency and the ease of use for it. But if there are legislative changes, such as changes to curriculum, that's all included as well. It's all part of the service we offer.
James, I would like to know the support that you offer.
Yes, we have a fully manned help desk that is open from 9 to 5, and will answer any query you have on the telephone, or you can drop an email to support. There's also lots of information and content online that will help you through it. But as I said, Learning Book has been designed from the ground up to be easy and simple to use. So you shouldn't need to use it, but should you have the need to speak to somebody, there's always a person at the end of the phone that will be more than willing to help you.
Thank you.
We've given you a brief overview of the Learning Book administration. So to find out more about all the powerful features contained in the administration portal, please take our free trial.